Just got back from visiting your mom at the hospital. She seemed a bit more energetic than yesterday.
Thanks, Kyra. Mom mentioned you stopped by, but you don't have to visit so often. The hospital's pretty far.
It's fine, really. I want to spend whatever time I can with her. We don't have much left, do we?
No, we don't. I wish there was more we could do.
Oh, did she tell you about our conversation about her books? She was telling me about her writing process.
No, she didn't mention that. She just said you brought her favorite tea.
Yeah, I remembered her mentioning liking the jasmine green tea. I'm glad she enjoyed it. She was showing me old pictures of you today. The one from your high school graduation made me laugh.
Oh, God, not those. I told her to leave the embarrassing photos at home.
They're sweet. She's so proud of you, you know? She kept telling me stories about your childhood. I think it's so lovely how much she cherishes her life with you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry about all this right after getting married. We haven't even had our wedding ceremony yet, and here you are taking care of my mom.
What are you talking about? I knew about your mom's illness when I married you, and I'm not really doing much, just visiting and chatting with her. She also mentioned wanting to share her old recipes with me, said there are some dishes you loved as a kid.
Really? Mom's always been protective of her recipes. But anyways, you visiting means a lot to her. I can only visit on weekends because of work, so having you stop by during the week really helps lift her spirits.
Today, she taught me how to make your favorite soup. She said it always cheered you up when you were sick.
The potato and leek soup? She actually shared that recipe?
Yes, she said she wants me to be able to make it for you. I'm glad she enjoys my visits, though. I was a bit worried I might be bothering her.
Not at all. You're helping so much. But maybe we should start planning the wedding ceremony. Your parents seem excited about it, and I feel bad making them wait because of our situation.
Did my mom call you?
Yeah, she's been asking about when we're having the ceremony.
I'm so sorry. My parents are just really strict and obsessed with appearances. They're even asking about what kind of venue we should book.
Have they been pressuring you a lot?
They're only thinking about themselves, even though your mom is sick. They probably wouldn't have approved of anyone except someone as responsible as you, Lucas. They were trying to set me up with someone they chose.
As their only daughter, they're just worried about you. Plus, Mom's been asking about the wedding ceremony, too.
Really? She has?
Yeah, she says she'd love to see you in your wedding dress while she's still here.
Oh, but wedding preparations usually take about 6 months and, I hate to say this, but Mom probably won't, you know.
I know it's hard to talk about. I've been thinking about it, too.
Should we maybe look at some smaller venues? Something we could organize faster?
Yeah, maybe. The doctors gave her 3 months, and it's already been 3 months since then.
I mean, I don't mind starting preparations, but I keep thinking, what if she passes while we're planning? I don't think I'd be in the mood for a ceremony then. I'm sorry. I know it's awful to talk like this while she's still alive.
No, I get what you're saying, but some people live longer than their prognosis. Maybe we shouldn't overthink it and just start planning. Your family is looking forward to it.
Maybe we should wait a bit longer. We've only been married for 2 months anyway. Honestly, my parents are just being too eager. I'll try to convince them to be patient.
You sure that's okay?
Yeah, there's no need to rush a wedding ceremony. But at the same time, knowing your mom is looking forward to seeing me in a dress, that makes me think.
Maybe if we start planning, she'll fight to stay until she sees it.
That's kind of painful to think about. It would be so sad if she passed right after the ceremony.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'll look into some venues. Just talking about it might cheer her up.
Good idea. Well, I'll be home at the usual time today.
I think I'll stop by the hospital again tomorrow. Your mom mentioned wanting to show me more of her writing notebooks.
She must really trust you. She's never shown those to anyone.
Okay, I'll have dinner ready. Hang in there at work.
Kyra, are you feeling okay?
The hospital staff said my blood pressure dropped suddenly.
They want to keep you overnight for observation.
Has the doctor said anything about what caused me to faint?
They said it was likely from stress and shock. You should rest more.
I'm sorry for collapsing at such a difficult time.
Don't worry about it. It was so sudden. You were fine just yesterday. It really caught us off guard.
I still can't believe she was fine when I visited yesterday morning.
She asked about you before going to sleep.
What did she say?
She wanted to make sure you got her recipe notebook.
Oh, I wish I could have talked with her more.
The nurses said she was peaceful at the end. She finished writing something before bed.
Was it for her book?
No, it was letters for both of us.
Did she say anything about me in her final hours?
She was telling the night nurse about how you brought her favorite tea every visit.
The jasmine green tea.
She kept the last cup you made on her bedside table.
I didn't notice that when I visited yesterday.
The nurse said she insisted on keeping it there, said it made her feel less alone at night.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just feel so terrible. I really wish I could have spent more time with her.
Thank you. Just knowing you feel that way would have made Mom happy. I'm sure she's smiling down on us from heaven.
The nurses told me she was talking about us yesterday.
Yes, she was showing them our wedding shower photos.
I'll definitely be at the funeral tomorrow. Were any of the relatives angry?
Huh? Why would they be?
Some of them were whispering when I was brought to the hospital. Well, as your wife, I should have been helping with everything, but instead I collapsed when I heard about your mom's passing. They probably think I'm a useless daughter-in-law.
Nobody thinks that. They're worried about you, too. Aunt Maureen asked if you needed anything from home. I wouldn't let anyone think that. Besides, Mom always praised you to everyone. She was always bragging about you to relatives who visited, saying what a wonderful daughter-in-law she had.
Even to the relatives who were jealous of her money?
Especially to them. She said you were the only one who never asked about finances.
Really? I'm grateful to her. Oh, is it okay if I stay at my parents' house tonight?
Yeah, that's fine. There are lots of relatives coming and going, and someone needs to stay up all night. You wouldn't get any rest if you came here anyway.
Have many people arrived already?
The house is full. Her editor just got here, too.
Are you sure? Should I come help with the guests?
No, focus on resting. The doctor was clear about that.
Thanks. I'll make sure to help efficiently at tomorrow's funeral.
Don't push yourself too hard. The funeral home has everything handled. You just need to focus on saying goodbye to Mom.
Did they bring the clothes we picked out for her?
Yes, the blue dress she loved and the pearl necklace you gave her.
But I want to do things. I want to give your mom a proper send-off.
There's really not much left to do.
What about her manuscript? Did the publisher say anything?
I don't think so. You might need to greet a lot of people tomorrow. Mom had a lot of connections. Looks like quite a crowd will show up.
Right. She was a famous novelist. Was she still working when she got sick?
She submitted her final draft last week. The editor said it's her best work.
She never stopped, did she? Even in the hospital.
Yeah, we're expecting people from publishing houses and entertainment industry contacts.
Her work was adapted into movies and TV shows too, right? She was amazing. I wish I'd asked her more about all that. Instead, I just talked about trivial things like what to make for dinner.
Those everyday conversations made her happy. I hate to say this, but after Mom became a successful writer, lots of people only wanted her money. Even relatives kept asking for financial help. Your casual chats about normal life were a relief for her.
Did she tell you about our last conversation?
About the garden she wanted to plant?
Yes. She said she'd teach me about flowers in the spring. She always seemed so peaceful and happy when she spoke about those things. I really do hope those conversations helped her.
They definitely did. I'm really grateful for that.
Oh, sorry. Talking to you made me realize I'm hungry. I might grab something light to eat.
The hospital cafeteria is still open. Should I bring you something?
No, my parents brought some food.
I'm glad you have an appetite. Good luck with the funeral tomorrow. Get some rest tonight, Kyra. Oh, one more thing. The funeral home asked about music choices.
Your mom mentioned once she loved classical piano.
Right. She played piano before becoming a writer.
She told me about performing at concerts when she was young.
I found some of her old recordings. Maybe we could play those.
That would be perfect. She'd like that.
Okay, take it easy and I'll talk to you in the morning.
Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Text me if you need anything during the night. Not coming home again today?
No.
The house feels empty without you here.
I just can't be there right now.
Hey, did I do something wrong? You've been staying at your parents' place ever since Mom's funeral. Did something happen?
I just want to be left alone right now.
Did something happen at the funeral? Was it something one of the relatives said?
No, nothing like that.
Mom's publisher sent over her final manuscript. They want us to read it before publication.
You can handle that.
There's a dedication to you in it. Mom wrote it during her last week.
Please stop.
I need to know why. Is it shock from Mom's death? I can't understand if you won't talk to me. You won't answer my calls either. I'm really worried. Please tell me what's going on, whatever it is. If I did something, I'm sorry. I'll wait for your reply. It's been 3 days since my last message. Just let me know you're okay. Your coffee mug is still on the kitchen counter from that morning. I went through Mom's photos today. Found some from when you took her to the garden last month. Your favorite plant isn't doing well. I'm trying to keep it alive, but I don't know how you took care of it. The neighbors also asked about you. I didn't know what to tell them. The letter Mom left for you is still sealed. Don't you want to know what she wrote? Please, why aren't you responding? I really hope everything's okay. Kyra, I know you go home sometimes, but where are you now? I went to your parents' house and they turned me away and said you weren't there. Did I do something wrong? Being ignored like this is really hard, but I just want to talk. Please respond. I'm begging you. Your mom called, said you're not staying with them anymore. Where are you? I just want to know if I did or said anything wrong. Whatever it is, I'm sorry. Hey, Kyra, long time no talk. The divorce papers are ready whenever you want them. I'm starting to understand you're not coming back. I've already packed up all your things so you can pick them up whenever you feel like it. If not, I can just dump them in the Salvation Army box down the street. Remember when Mom said we'd make it through anything? I thought so too, but I guess she was wrong about us. I can't believe I spent a whole year trying to get you to tell me what was going on. I give up. I can see you're reading my messages, you know. It's been a year since you started ignoring me. I'm on my way to drop off the divorce papers at your parents' house. Make sure to sign them. I'm moving to Hawaii. Aloha!
Wait, you're moving to Hawaii?
Yeah, decided to use Mom's inheritance to live in Hawaii. So that's what it took for you to reply, huh?
Look, I actually had a mental illness.
Mental illness?
The therapist said it's complicated grief disorder.
After a year of silence, this is what you say?
Your mom's death hit me harder than I thought it would. I'd never lost someone close to me before. Being around you became painful.
I see. So divorce is fine then.
No, I was just about to contact you. I thought if I didn't reach out soon, you'd give up on me.
Your timing is interesting.
What do you mean by that?
Sorry, but I can't continue with you anymore.
Is it because I ignored you for a year? I couldn't even look at photos of her without breaking down. I was struggling so much. The more I tried to forget, the more I remembered your mom's face.
Please don't talk about my mother anymore.
What?
You married me for my mother's money, didn't you?
How can you even say that? That's ridiculous. Don't you remember how much time I spent with your mom? I looked forward to our conversation so much, and she was always so happy to have me around.
You've just been acting like the perfect daughter-in-law for the money, right? Though, even if it was an act, it made Mom happy, so I'm grateful for that much.
You're twisting everything. This isn't fair. Your mom trusted me with her recipes, her stories.
Stop using her memory like this.
Lucas, stop saying such nonsense. I genuinely loved your kind mother. I thought of her as my own mom.
You only knew her for 3 months. Would her death really make you ghost your husband for a year?
Time doesn't matter.
Maybe not, but you weren't just ghosting me because Mom died.
What else would it be? I was depressed. I could barely get out of bed some days.
Except when you were at the beach resort.
What are you talking about? Yes, I apologize for ghosting you, but this is cruel. I've never forgotten about you or your mom.
That's rich. You seemed pretty happy living at that guy's place.
What?
When you'd come home to get your stuff, I had you followed. You were living with some guy, having fun going on dates and trips whenever he had days off. Some mental illness. You were just having an affair.
Why were you watching me?
I wasn't watching you. I don't have that much free time. I hired investigators to do it.
That's an invasion of privacy. You had no right to spy on me.
I had every right. You were still my wife.
You've got it wrong. I was just acting out because I was mentally unstable. I wanted to forget everything. I'm not living with him anymore.
Because he dumped you, right?
It wasn't like that. He understood my grief. Then I realized it was wrong. I finally wanted to face things with you. Please don't abandon me. I'll stay with you forever now.
I know everything. I'm the one who made him break it off.
What?
I told your lover I wouldn't sue him for damages if he told me everything. He said you were just a fling.
He would never say that. That's a lie. That can't be true. He must be lying to save face or something.
No lies here. I was with him yesterday when he sent you that breakup message on WhatsApp.
What?
You kept begging him not to leave, didn't you? You tried to get him to stay by telling him that I'd probably file for divorce soon. Said you'd get a big settlement from my inheritance.
No, I didn't say that.
Once the divorce is final, we can start our new life. Your words, not mine. Your lover already confessed. I even have the WhatsApp messages and photos as evidence. Even got a signed agreement that he'll never contact you again.
You blackmailed him. He only signed because you threatened him.
He signed because he never cared about you.
I'm sorry, but I've finally come to my senses. I realized you're what really matters to me.
Too little, too late. If you'd been more discreet about the affair, I never would have noticed. You could have used the inheritance however you wanted.
You're the one who drove me to him. Ugh, whatever. I thought living in Hawaii would be nice, but I'll settle for the settlement money. You got quite an inheritance, right? Make sure you give me my half. Then I'll pay whatever affair settlement you want.
So this is who you really are. Good thing Mom didn't live to see this.
Your precious mom wasn't perfect either. I thought you'd file for divorce sooner. You ruined all my plans.
You could have just filed yourself. Was it because of your strict parents?
That's none of your business. When do I get the money?
You don't.
What?
Unless it's written otherwise in a will, inheritance isn't considered joint marital property. You won't get a penny of Mom's money.
You're lying.
It's true. Actually, you'll be paying me settlement money.
Wait, I don't have that kind of money.
Then your parents can pay.
Don't tell my parents. If they find out about the affair, my dad will kill me. They'll never forgive me. I can only live at home right now. My parents are really strict. They'll never let me marry freely again.
Not my problem anymore. Take care. The lawyer will pick up the divorce papers this weekend. We can discuss the settlement then.
You can't just walk away. Everything I did for your mom meant nothing? Wait, please. I'm sorry. I'll apologize. Please forgive me. Lucas, please, answer me.
After that, I ignored all contact from my wife and left everything to my lawyer. For those wondering what happened after, the divorce was finalized 3 months later. When the lawyer went to collect the divorce papers, I heard her parents had found out about the affair and her father had hit her in anger. But the divorce was approved and they agreed to pay the settlement, so that resolved everything on my end. I sometimes wonder if Mom knew. She was always more perceptive than she let on. Later, I heard my ex-wife ended up marrying someone her parents chose, a man about 10 years older than her who lives in a rural area. Since she was the type of person who could marry without love for money anyway, maybe it worked out for her in a way, getting away from her fake parents and having a place to live. Mom left me a letter, too. She wrote that she hoped I would find happiness, whatever form that took. As for me, I used my mother's inheritance to move to Hawaii, not for fun or entertainment, but because I wanted to use this chance Mom gave me to try new things. Started a small bookstore here. Mom would have liked that. I may not be able to build assets like Mom did, but I'm gonna work hard at what I want to do. Mom's last book finally got published. I keep a copy in the store. That's the end of this story. Time to close this chapter and move forward.